Moment of silence for the startup. Welcome back to another video with your boy, Jordan. Today I want to give you guys 5 reasons why I could never trade in my Terminator Cobra on a 5.0 Coyote. And I'm sure I'm going to get at least 1 comment saying you're stupid, maybe 2, but I don't care. I've been asked that question several years now. Why don't you just trade in a Cobra on a 5.0? I know a lot of Cobra guys have done that because they have to have reliability. Maybe you rely on your Mustang to get you from A to B, it's your only car, and in that case, you know, 5.0 could be a bit more reliable than a Terminator Cobra. These are not known to be the most reliable cars in the world, but they're cars that a lot of people passionately love, like a lot, to the core. It's a car that is just special to me. So let's talk about this. 5 reasons why I can't or would never trade this Terminator Cobra on a 5.0 Coyote Mustang. So number 1, the first reason and probably the most important reason why I could never trade my Terminator Cobra for a 5.0 Coyote is just that 5.0 Coyote cars, they're not that special to me. I literally see some days 3 to 5 of them a day with very similar sounding exhaust, and it just doesn't do anything for me. To me, they're not that special, and I see them all the time. I was in a traffic stop yesterday, and a lot of the police officers came up to my car and said, "Hey man, what year Cobra is that?" And I said, "03, and they started asking me questions about the car. I honestly just don't think if I would have been in a 5.0 they would have asked anything. I think they would have said like nice Mustang or something, maybe. But being in a Cobra, regardless of how old it gets, the 2003, it's literally almost a classic car at this point. It just feels special to me. There's just, I can't put my finger on it. From a quantitative standpoint, is that the right word? Quantitative? The 5.0 is just, it's better technology. It's a newer car. It's better in a lot of ways than the Terminator Cobra. It's more reliable, but it's just not special to me. And I didn't buy this car to be reliable. You guys know that. I throw tons of money in this car all the time. But, you know, honestly, that's part of it. Like, building the car with you guys, learning about what can break and fixing it with you guys. And so for that reason, when things break, even if it was something detrimental to the motor, it would bother me, but at the same time, I would just rebuild it and share that experience with you guys. Part of the channel and what I'm doing is to ride this roller coaster with you guys. When things break, fix them. Enjoy the car with you guys, share my experiences with you guys, and for me there just wouldn't be much of an experience to share with a 5.0 Mustang. They're just not, I don't have anything against anyone that has them, they're just not special to me. So to further my point, I just got out of the car, right, to get a cookie and a Monster, and my upholstery is just, it's coming undone right here. I don't know if you guys can see this right here. I've never seen that before. That is brand new. This car has 134,000 miles, so a lot of people will be like, man, tired of dealing with this. My seats are coming apart, my fuel system's messed up. I've got all these issues. I should just get rid of the car and get a 5.0, right? You know, it's all this money and throwing at the car. It'd be easy to do that. But I love the process of being able to rebuild this car with you, and I'm not gonna lie. Me wanting to make content about this car is a part of me wanting to keep this car. I've always wanted to tell the story of me getting this car and building it. It's always been a dream of mine to be able to tell that story to the world. And that is one big thing that keeps me from wanting to sell the car. So number 2, I really don't like the exhaust note of the 5.0. I don't like the way it sounds. It doesn't matter what kind of exhaust you put on, what kind of catback, what kind of headers, off-road X-pipe, Cat X-pipe, H-pipe. I just don't like the way they sound at all. It's not for me. It never will be for me. Like, the day the 5.0 came out and I heard the exhaust, I was like, that doesn't have that deep resonating tone that even the earlier S197 cars had. Like, me and my mom used to have a 2005 Mustang GT with borderless stingers. It sounded really good, like a really deep exhaust note, but then when the new 5.0s come out, like, they just sound kind of deep, but kind of like, I'm just not for it. It's just not for me. I love the way this car sounds with the Borla attacks and the Cook's headers. Some people say it's too much. I absolutely love it. You can put just about any exhaust on a 5.0, take the cats off, and it just sounds really raspy and gargly all the time, and that's the tone that it makes. Now this car gets really raspy, but only under like medium to wide open throttle. I just like the way it sounds better. You can argue with me all day. I like this sound better than the 5.0 sound, personally. So number 3 is that if I tried to sell this car, it's got 134,000 miles, needs a lot of work, interior, exterior, engine, transmission, suspension. There's a lot of things that need to be done to this car just for it to be running good. Like, a lot. It's a lot of money. And at the end of the day, I would lose my ass trying to sell this car because I've put so much more money into it than it's worth over the past couple of years that just selling it would be a worse business investment. Selling this car would be a more ignorant decision than buying it in the first place. I would literally lose my ass. Like, it's smarter to keep the car and use it to somehow make money off of it. Even if that's making videos for you guys or making merch based off the car, that's smarter than selling it and then getting something else. And then, you know, that's just not. This thing's already modded, it's already got a lot of bolt-ons to it, it's already where I want it in terms of power. To get a 5.0, a stock Coyote 5.0 to 500 horsepower, I'm not talking about the new S550s because I can't afford an S550 because they're a lot more than an 03 Cobra, but like an older S197 5.0. You gotta put a lot of money into them to get them to high 400s, and I just don't want to have to go through that process again. For me, in my case specifically, it does not make sense to go to a 5.0. Number 4, and I talk about this way too much, but it's the truth. I used to watch videos of Cobras growing up, just over and over again. Every morning before school, I would get up, watch a video of an 03 or 04 Cobra, and then I would go to school. I did that for several years, every single day, did not miss a beat. Dreamed about having this car one day. It was just a big goal that inspired me to work hard. It is what it is. I never watched videos of 5.0 Coyote Mustangs and just thought that's the dream one day. It just was never even a goal. It's not something that even like excites me whatsoever. I almost get more excited about seeing a clean U-Edge car than I do a 5.0 Mustang, even though the 5.0 makes literally double the horsepower. I don't know. I don't get into it. Most of you guys probably would disagree and say, well, 5.0 is a way better car than a new Edge, but not to me, for my own personal reasons. Last but not least, number 5, it'd be a very ignorant business move because I've built my brand off of this car, this Cobra. This is probably one of the most famous 03 04 Cobras in the world, if not the most famous 03 04 Cobra in the world. And to sell it and just get a 5.0 like so many other content creators, I'm not saying that's bad, it wouldn't do anything for me. Like, growing the channel with this car, growing my brand with this car hasn't been super easy. It was only this year that you guys even found out that I exist. So I'm not gonna make it way harder on myself to grow a brand by trying to grow a brand on a car that I'm not passionate about, like a 5.0. That would basically end my YouTube career. If I sold this car and got a 5.0, it would end my YouTube career because I'm not someone that just makes all my videos about modding my car. I do make some videos about modding my car, but the big message for me is to never give up on getting something that is special to you. And this thing is special to me. This Terminator Cobra is very special to me. And that would be kind of going against everything that I stand for to sell this car and get a 5.0 Coyote car just for the idea of reliability. So that's all the reasons why I'm not going to sell my Terminator Cobra to get a 5.0. Now, some of you guys are still going to disagree with me and say, well, Jordan, it's just better in every way, and maybe it is, but I don't care. I love my Terminator Cobra, even though it has a lot of things that need to be fixed. There's a lot of things wrong with it, and it's cost me a lot of money. And I know this is a completely different topic and a completely different statement out of the blue, but I think at the end of the day, in the long run, in the macro, this car is going to make me more money that I've spent on it. In the short term, heck no. I've spent so much money on this car, tens of thousands of dollars, and I haven't made back that return on investment. In the long term, I honestly believe this car is going to make me hundreds of thousands of dollars, even possibly more than that. It's the long game. I am playing the long game. I'm doing something that I love, and I'm waiting for it to grow very, very patiently while I put in a lot of work. I could pursue other businesses, and I have, but I've always circled back to wanting to make videos about a Terminator Cobra. So here we are. making videos about my Terminator Cobra. And that is where we are going to end today's video. I'm almost at the gym. Thought I'd make this video on the way to the gym. I'm probably not gonna drive this car that much in the next 2 weeks because I do need an intercooler pump, which basically means my blower is not getting any coolant. So I can't go into boost. So I can't really do any like hits for you guys anyways, which is half of the fun. So as I conclude this video, the Cobra just overheated again, which is great. Hopefully my radiator is not leaking coolant as well again, but I don't know. Let me just take a breath. We will fix this too. So the radiator yet again is leaking. Like that's from the radiator. And we just fixed this like 3 times. I gotta be completely honest with you guys. I'm feeling a bit defeated right now. Because I thought we had at least that issue fixed. Apparently we do not. And I just spent over $1,000 on this car in the past couple of weeks. And so yeah, that does suck. Like, let me be real, that does suck. It's moments like these that you're almost like, I wish I didn't have to deal with this. Like, I don't want to deal with this. But even in moments like these, like I don't want to sell the car because of how much it means to me and how much it means to you guys and the journey we've been through with the car together. If you enjoyed this video, guys, this video caused my car to overheat because I don't know, it just happened to happen on this drive, and I only drove the car to make this video. So if you enjoyed this video, please be supportive. Leave your boy a like. That helps a lot. Helps me feel better right now. Comment if you have any questions or concerns. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. You know, things breaking and me fixing them. And yeah, I'm gonna go work out now. Love you guys.